arrival support. מי מדבר אצלכם? דניאל?
כן, רק רגע אני אחלוק את המסך. And I think I'll make it in English for our international crowd. We have people that don't speak Hebrew in the crowd, so I think while we can, we should keep to English to respect everyone's, nice work that we've done here. So yeah, didn't make a slide, but we have in our team Ella, Katya, Anna, Gregory, and me. It was an MVP of a website that was already going on, explain why it was already there. And I think a lot of people already touched it, but yeah. So I'm based in Berlin, and since the 27th of February, I've been volunteering in the train stations in Berlin. And the reason that I went to the train station is the following. If I could move a slide. So as you know, there's an influx of refugees coming. So just like early in March, it was estimated 2.8 million. Most of them arriving to Poland, and just a week later it was already 1.1 million people arriving in Poland. So, but I mentioned that I'm in Berlin, right? So if you look at the connection of the trains leaving Poland, you'll see that most of them are coming to Berlin, which means there's an influx of people arriving here. So what happened in Israel since the war started, it's what's happening here daily. Yeah, there's like thousands of people arriving. It's overwhelming. And that creates some civilian are just volunteering in the station. So everyone that you see here with the yellow vests are people just coming to the station and like grouping together because the government didn't take action. The situation kind of changed the last 2 days. I haven't been there, so I don't know if they stopped completely the volunteering or to just like turn the notch down on that, because there's a problem of human trafficking and bad actors that are pretending to be volunteers. It's a chaos, but people with the right mind, right heart are also there. The majority is there, but there are also bad actors. So what you see here is a picture from the Berlin main train station. There are a couple of them, but that's the biggest one. And it became like alternative city, really. That's another picture just to show you there's like different corners there. One like is like providing SIM to people, providing food, providing train tickets, giving like some break to mothers that were carrying their children alone for a couple of days, so playing with the children. It's a whole city. And I saw it growing. I was one of the earliest there. So I came there when there were like 5 volunteers on the platforms and 2 boxes of supply. And it just like grew like really fast, like an ant city. Everyone is doing something, but that creates a lot of complexity. And like finding the right information is also very hard because the government is slow to respond. It took them a month now to actually start to take more responsibility about the first point of contact in the stations themselves. So I recognized the challenge and started to kind of build a website with people. I mean, it started as me like kind of saving website into a Word document. And then I realized that it needs to be more organized. So, and then like kind of like the way that I wanted to tackle the issue that I saw there is basically just going for the information workflow, because there's as much as one individual I could do, but if I collect the right people, we could tackle one angle of that, which is information streamline. Because facilitating, physical things, it takes much more resources, like donations, like physical sorting donations, or finding like place to host people. That requires a lot of logistics hurdles that it's hard to cross them. So how did we do that? We kind of started by collecting a lot of websites and giving them potential about 100 different tags and translating them. And yeah, so the solution is kind of, the idea is to be like the single source of truth. The website is called support arrival. Sorry, the Figma is wrong. It's arrival-support.eu. Yeah, and basically it gives you one point of interaction to find the right information for you, whether you are a refugee or a volunteer. And we sort the information according to a few simple questions. So this is what was done last night. Thank you, guys. Let's see. So this is how the website looked like after we would deploy it into production. So, but now it looks slightly different. So you can kind of say what kind of help do you need, and then they present, like we present solutions that are other projects that are there for you. You can share that. You can, yeah. We collect no information. There are two reasons for that. And one, we don't want to create a data bank of sensitive population. The second is that there's also privacy consideration whilst you collect any information in Europe that is considered private. Private could be name, IP, or anything of that sort, and that we require adhering to the general protection, data protection regulations, which is quite hefty regulations. Yeah, so what we want for the future is, like, we're currently working on translations of the results that you saw here. Sorry, trying to play it again. So all the results and the UI would be translated to 6 languages, 5 at the beginning, 2 more later. So the 2 first one, currently it's only in English, but we plan to expand it to German, Russian, Ukrainian, French, and maybe also Farsi and Arabic, because there are people without, that are coming from countries that are mainly speaking French, Arabic, or Farsi. There are refugees that are refugees second time coming from Syria or from Afghanistan, so quite a few. Also, like, the domain is international, it's EU. So the idea is to expand it if we can. Like, one of the challenges is keeping the information up to date and make sure that you offboard and onboard sites. So it's quite a challenge, but we already sorted 350 websites. So we kind of have a nice database already. And we decided not to go about something that is not verified, like social accounts or Telegram, although the Telegram groups are a great resource of help. But because the human trafficking issue, we decided to go only with verified resources. So basically, we want to be one-stop shop that you can go and find the right resources for you. We could later expand it to things also like geographical maps, because we do collect this information. But currently, we decided to go just like based on a few questions to display the information based on the location. It's one of the questions that is displayed here, the first one. So where are you now? What is your legal situation? Because that also impacts about the resources that you have available to you.
Sentence, please. That's like 10 seconds to complete. Danielle?
If you have special needs, and then basically the results are displayed to you. So we kind of take into consideration your location, your legal status, if you have special need, and what kind of information you want to be presented with. So that's something that we took into account. Yeah, what makes us special? So we have localization. It's already in, like, we will have it next week. It's kind of have it, the building blocks already aligned. We're very lean on data, mobile first, because these are people in movement. They're entering the EU without EU SIM card. So they don't have any data. They cannot really, have anything that is too heavy, like taking their data. So that's one consideration. We have editorial workflows. So basically keeping all the information up to date with the editors and the content editors. By asking these questions, you get customized result. And yeah, we already categorized hundreds of websites. So we did extensive work already.
Thank you. Questions from the judges? Any questions? What's really amazing here is that unfortunately there's a lot of demand for all of these things, okay? But there's also all of these problems that we saw so far is the problem also of a lot of supply. A lot of people that want to help, and we just need to match them together, and That's amazing on the supply part.
Thank you, Danielle.
Can I answer the question that was asked? And chat. So I was asked, how do we plan to share the website? So I'm in touch with like the volunteers here on ground, and also like with managers of refugee camps in Poland. So the idea is to send it like after we would put a translation in place, to send it as a data snack, like for people heading towards Berlin, towards Germany. They get an SMS depending on their geographical location. So that is one avenue, and the other one is. And the other one is like through the volunteers here. And the third one is SEO, just like, you know, or yeah. We didn't publish it yet, and we have like around 500, 700 unique searches per day.
Okay, thank you.